Welcome back to What Grinds Our Gears. This is our last segment
Oh,
of our
this is
last
really our
episode.
last segment.
Yeah, I'm really sad.
It's a little depressing and a little exciting at the same time because on one end, we finished this amazing
I have to
semester
time it.
and it's sad to be leaving and to be finishing everything up. But on the other end, it's so exciting to have that thrill of you finished your first year.
Yeah. So, as promised, we're going to share something embarrassing about ourselves. And I don't know if it's going to be a moment or a series of embarrassing things
It
because I
might
have
be a
plenty
little
of
bit of
those.
both, but I think, I don't know, do you want to go first?
I think no.
I think no.
No, I think not. Wait, yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
So something embarrassing about me, and I think you know this, and you're the only one who knows this. I like to listen to rap music.
How did I know that was coming?
You didn't know this was coming?
I did.
Yeah, you did.
I did. I felt it coming.
Fine. You know what? I'll admit it to everybody now, I guess. I'm not. Look at me. If I do, I don't look like the type of person who would like Drake. Like I like Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran, and I'm like singing along to Maroon Five. But then I just like turn the radio, and then Drake is playing, and I'm like, yes.
She has moments that she changes the radio station for whatever reason because she doesn't like the song, or I'm just like messing with her radio, and she's like, "Oh my god, that's my song," and it's like the most ghetto-licious rap song in the world, and she knows all the words, and she's like dancing around in her seat, and I'm like, okay.
And nobody else knows this because I do it in my car. I don't go home and listen to rap. I can't do that. I don't come here and listen to rap. I can't do that. People can't know that about me. So
Well,
so in my
now
car
everyone knows
when I'm
that.
driving down the highway, I'm like, yes.
Let's see what's happening.
Yeah, but I don't know anything about rap music. I just like that one rapper, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Is it my turn now?
it is.
I feel like mine isn't embarrassing. It's just like another instance in which I was stupid. But I told
That is embarrassment.
but I told Jamie and she said it was embarrassing and funny, so I'm going to tell you. So, basically, my most of my senior year, I was dating this guy and I was deeply convinced that we were in love and going to be together forever, like the only guy that I ever thought that, right? So, one of the first nights that we ever called each other, I guess, like officially, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but for some reason it was such a big deal. Um, Anyone who knows me knows that I get very sleepy around like 10 o'clock. I'm like a baby. Like after I eat and shower, I just knock out. Like Jamie knows that. We'll be in the middle of a conversation and I'm just done after like 9:30. I'm like, okay, peace, good night, and then she'll stay up until like 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
But anyway, I basically fell asleep while we were mid conversation while I was on the phone with this guy, and I guess he fell asleep too. Cause the next like 12 hours, I slept with like my phone on top of my face and my hands on top of the phone, and it was just really uncomfortable. Like I woke up so like achy and sore. I was just like, ugh, I'm in such a bad mood. And then I did my makeup, and I noticed that I had these like weird mark on my face, and I was like, oh, it's probably nothing. It'll go away. I went to school, and all my friends noticed like the shape of my phone on my face, and they were all making fun of me, and basically they were like yelling at me in two different languages because there was this guy that I didn't tell them about. So
Yeah.
that's my story.
Phone print on your
Phone
face.
print on my face. Another time I went to school with two different shoes.
Oh my
Um,
god.
yeah. Because you know how all moccasins look the same?
Hmm.
I went to school with one that had like a bow and another one that had like fringe, and I didn't notice. And none of my friends noticed.
Oh, that's good.
I didn't notice until I got home and I was like, what
Oh.
the hell is going on? Um, I can't
Okay.
think of anything else that's embarrassing. Should we tell them embarrassing stuff that's happened to the two of us?
Yes. So one time we were driving to New York to see a movie,
Mm-hmm.
and okay, let me tell you something. When you go past Iona into that place, the streets are so weird. It's like for one block there's two lanes, then the next block it's like one lane, and it's so confusing. So I ran a red light, and I was like, "Oh, shoot, we're gonna get pulled over. Oh my god!" And I was freaking out. And then
Jamie thought we were gonna be arrested,
yeah, and then
and you know I can't be your alibi if we're arrested together.
I know. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna kill somebody. Someone's gonna kill me. I'm surprised someone didn't crash into me." And Brianna was like, "Calm down. It's okay.
It's like there's
We're
no
there
one
already.
here.
There's no one here.
We were already like parking the car, and she was like freaking out.
I was still freaking out, yeah.
Another time we got lost in like the parking lot of the Chase Bank. No, we got lost like trying to get into the parking lot.
Yeah, because everything is one way, so we couldn't figure out how to get into it.
And then
So
we
we
couldn't
had to-
figure out how to get out.
Yeah, so we had to go around to get in and then to get out. It was embarrassing.
And basically we decided that we would rather have no money than go to that bank again.
Yeah.
Because it's...
And then another time, every time we went to Pizza Hut, we were like, I would always dread it because it was like, it's so far away. I have to take this highway and that highway. And then one time, our GPS changed their route, I guess, back.
Because we usually use your phone,
Mhm.
and that day we used mine.
Yeah, my phone is stupid. And when we used her phone, we realized that Pizza Hut is like 5 minutes away from here.
It's like down the block, honestly. It's an like once you get to New Rock where the Applebee's and the movie theater is, it's an extra like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And we would just, you know what it is? You know what I think it is? I think it's just that everything's a one way,
Mhm.
so you probably can't get there the same way that you can get back so easily.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
probably. But it's still really close by, and I used to
Yeah.
think it was so far away.
It used to feel like so long, and it's funny because every once in a while, if my dad's not working, he'll like pick me up, or we'll like drive here together, and you know like around lunchtime, I'm like, oh my god, I'm starving, so I make him bring me to Pizza Hut. And I always used to tell him, it's so funny because when I'm with you, we get here so quickly. But whenever I'm with Jamie and we put it in the GPS, it takes forever. And now we figured out why.
Yeah.
So that's a little upsetting.
Remember last Friday we were in the library with Drita in a study room,
Mhm.
and this guy passed by, and she was like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the guy. That's the guy that I see everywhere. And I looked at him, and I was like, hey! And he heard me. The rooms aren't soundproof, and I didn't know that. So he looked
I
at me
think the
really weird.
rooms are supposed to be soundproof, as in, like, the person next to you can't hear you.
Yeah.
So that they can still, like, study and do their work.
Yeah.
But I guess if you're outside, maybe because of the windows, you can hear what's going on and know what's happening, which is a little creepy.
Which is embarrassing because every conversation we've had could be heard by people outside.
And we have had some conversations in those study rooms, let me tell you. We have had some passive-aggressive conversations
We
in
talk
there
about the people walking
that no one
past.
else should hear. Yeah, and it's really bad and really nasty every single time. Now I'm really upset that other people are aware.
Why do you have to say that on the radio?
Because, like, the way that we talk sometimes, not even in a nasty way, it'll just sound nasty. Because if I say something random and you understand it, it makes sense. And we know that we're not being rude.
Mm-hmm.
But if other people hear us, they're like, oh my god, did you hear them? Did you hear what they just said? But we're not trying to be mean. It's just, like, the way that we say things sounds
We come
mean.
off as like really mean, but
Yeah.
we're not. We're just.
We give off this air of, like, don't look at me, I'm intimidating, get away from me.
Yeah. Which is why we have no friends.
It definitely doesn't help our situation.
No. So another thing embarrassing that happened to us. But this was kind of stupid. I was gonna drive you to Murphy, and I was gonna park my car over there. I think.
Yeah. That one's really funny.
Yeah, and then I went into the upper lot of Murphy, and I couldn't find a spot. So I was like, I'll just drop you off. Why was I dropping you off?
I think I had to work on something. And you were I think you had work that day, but I was working on something. No, that was the day that I had class
Uh-huh.
at like 2 and you were doing something with a study group.
Yeah, I had to stay with my group from a project, from a class for a project. Anyway, I had to go park. I was like, I'm just gonna go park in Murphy. So I did. There were no spots, and then I was like, oh, I'll just drop you off at the lower lot. And then I passed it, and
And
I realized.
I looked at her and she's like, wait.
So I had to reverse down, like up the
She
street.
backed her way up the block.
Yeah, and got into the parking lot to drop you off.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of our stories aren't even embarrassing. It's just
Stupidity.
such stupid things
Yeah.
that we think was so funny or so weird or so, oh my god, I can't believe that just happened. And looking back on it, it's like, oh my god.
Mhm.
We work well together.
I pulled up in front of Ryan one time, and I was like blocking the way, and then we saw somebody we knew, and I was like, "Oh, it's so and so," and they heard me, and they were like laughing the entire time.
That was, oh god.
That was so embarrassing.
That was funny.
Oh god,
That wasn't embarrassing, that was
it
funny.
was embarrassing. I
I'm
get
so
embarrassed really
tired.
quickly.
I am so exhausted, like I could fall asleep right here. I'm just so like, bleh. And I have so much stuff to do today. It's really upsetting.
Oh my god.
I
So
can't wait. Friday is our last like school date technically. Well, I guess your birthday counts as our next date,
mhm.
but Friday is our last Friday date of the semester.
I'm sorry I'm smelling myself. I just discovered that I put perfume on and I
Well,
really like the
if
way it
anyone's
smells.
gonna smell you, it should be you.
Yeah, you don't want other people smelling you. That's creepy.
It's a little creepy. But what time is it? I think we're gonna go.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say we'll be back next week, but we won't. Over the summer, we are going to continue to update our blog, and we're going to post podcasts, and I forgot what else. We're gonna do some vlogging.
Mhm.
Jamie, help me.
We're gonna do that, and we'll be back next semester with the same show at the same time. We also want to see if we can get another show in the morning, maybe.
We'll see what we can do. We want to be more active, especially since this is one of the only things that we actually like to do. Um, I'm just being honest here.
Yeah, we don't like to do anything else.
Yeah.
This is only because we don't have to see other people while we're doing it.
That makes it sound so bad.
But it's true.
It is really true. That's all that matters.
So yes, we're gonna do that. And I don't want to go.
And follow our blog.
It's the Beauty School Dropouts.
It's beautysschooldropouts.blogspot.com, and you can comment on it and requests, and you can send us emails for what did we say, like business inquiries and requests and reviews and questions and all that kind of thing.
Mhm.
It's really fun. We don't get that many followers or like what's it called? We don't get that many followers or comments, but we get a lot of views.
Yeah.
Like on average lately, we'll get like 10 to 15 views in the day
Yeah.
on one post.
Mhm.
And usually like when we first started, we got like 15 posts in like a month. I mean 15 views in like a month, so
Yeah.
it's a little exciting.
So yeah, we're really excited, and follow us on Instagram.
I don't remember my Instagram right now. I think it's
Me
just
neither.
Brianna Alexandra.
Mine is Amy Martinez one.
Yay me. I love her first name. Okay, anyway, we really have to go. But we're going to be back next semester.